What's up, guys? Welcome to today's episode on the Detail U podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be going through the ins and outs of basic customer relationships when it comes to your business. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because one of the biggest things that has led me to doing very successful in my business is based on my personal brand. And I want to talk about personal branding today. That's mainly going to be the gist of today's podcast. And it honestly comes from where I was listening to a podcast earlier this week on branding, and I thought it was a phenomenal podcast. And I kind of talked about it on my last podcast, but what I'm going to do in today's podcast is talk mainly about branding and how you need to brand your boat detailing business or your boat detailing business, and why branding is such an important thing in today's business. Okay, when I first started detailing roughly 10 years ago, that was right when branding was kind of becoming a thing, and no one was really doing it. It was just kind of based on, detailing your Yelp reviews, your Google reviews, and, if you had like a Facebook page back in the day. Now, today, most of your customers are going to look up your branding or your social, influence or whatever that may be. Okay. And let me just kind of break down what I mean when it comes to your influence or your branding. Okay. Because you may not necessarily want to have a YouTube channel or be some, celebrity in the detailing industry or detailing world, or you may want that. And we're going to go over exactly that in today's episode. And I'm going to kind of break down exactly what I did to get me to where I am today, to where I basically kind of pick and choose my details. I only am really detailing enough to keep my YouTube channel up and my supply site, because I'm so busy now with all my other things that I don't actually have to detail every single day. And it's actually a big blessing, because detailing every single day, day in, day out, Monday through Saturday, can definitely be really hard on your body. And one thing you want to do as a business owner right now, if you're detailing and you've just been detailing in the last maybe couple years or whatever, is you really want to be looking and thinking about where you want to go from here. All right. There's thousands of different directions that you can go. You could be the kind of the solopreneur, the guy that's kind of by himself that does really, really high quality work where you only need one boat or maybe one or two jobs, maybe 3 jobs a month. That's all you actually need to have a successful business. Or you could be the detailing company that actually wants to grow a massive business with 15, 20, 30 employees where you're burning through details every single day, maybe doing 3, 4, 5 details a day. Either way is totally fine. What you need to realize, or what you need to do, is actually think about what you want as a detailing company or as a person. Now, I know if you've gone back and listened to any of my other past episodes, we have definitely touched on this about having vision and having, goals and stuff like that. But really what I want to talk to you mainly about today is how you are branding yourself when it comes to social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the platform may be. Let's go ahead and talk about your branding. Now, branding is actually very, very important, and I didn't even really fully understand it until I actually got onto YouTube, and that was because I started actually branding myself. I never really, up until, 3 years ago, I guess, until I started doing the YouTube thing and really trying to push on Instagram, I never really had a brand per se. I basically had a Facebook page and I had a website, and those did really good. I got a lot of traffic on my Facebook page, and I got even more traffic on my website because I really doubled down on having a really, really good functioning website. And guys, if you have a detailing business today and you do not have a website, you are massively missing out. Even if you're crazy busy through word of mouth, because I feel like word of mouth is absolutely the best advertising agent for you, because you do a good job. That person goes to their friend says, hey, do you know a boat detailer? And they go, yes, I do. Here's his contact. You're basically going to get those jobs 10 out of 10. Now, if you've got those down and you're doing a really, really good job of having your word of mouth, you're missing, or you're actually leaving a lot of money on the table by not having a set brand for yourself when it comes to websites or social media. Now, when it comes to branding, the only number one thing that you have to think of, it's not logos and designs and colors and all this stuff. It includes that. But all branding is, at the end of the day, is it's basically your online, how do I say this? It's basically your online reputation, okay? So when someone comes to your boat detailing business, okay, and you have to think about this in a scenario, all right? So say someone is looking for a boat detailer or a car detailer in your area. What do you think is the first thing they're probably going to do? The first thing that I'm going to do, if it was me and I'm looking for a service in my area, is I'm going to go online and I'm going to look. First thing I'm typically going to do is go to Google, and then I might go to Facebook or Instagram. Now, that's me. Not everyone is like me. Some people go to Yelp. Some people use Bing. Some people use Yahoo. Some people don't care about websites at all. And I totally am aware of that. But you have to think, not everyone is like you, okay? So whenever you're thinking branding and marketing and stuff, you have to think, not only would I like this, or would I click on this, or would I watch this, you need to be thinking about the people that you are trying to attract. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, that's obviously going to be your perfect scenario customer. So if you have a customer, that you want to attract, like what is the perfect customer for you? That's going to be the customer that wants to pay well. It's probably going to be the customer that has a nice boat, that wants to pay to have it maintained properly, who wants to pay to have it polished properly, who wants to pay to keep their boat in the absolute best shape possible, boat or car or whatever your detailing business is. That is the perfect customer. So my number one tip, I think, when it comes around branding and, trying to start this brand out, is going to be, who do you want to actually attract to your business? Because, guys, when you're first starting out in business and detailing, you want to take every job that comes, right? I mean, every single job that comes, it's like we want to take it because it's money, and it's like, ooh, a $300 detail or a $400 detail or $1,000 detail. I need it. But quite frankly, guys, when you're first starting out, I don't care if you're day one into it or 5 years into it, not every customer is actually a good fit for you in your business. There may be times where, you don't take the job, or it's not a good fit because the customer just wants a slap of a wax and that you can't offer that service for him. So the very first thing you need to do when it comes to branding is going, hey, who do I actually want to attract? Now, once you have that figured out, the type of customer, and I have that figured out, for me, I want wealthier people. I don't want people that have old junky boats, because old junky boat people typically don't pay to have them detailed. So I'm not even trying to market to those guys, okay? Nothing against them. That's just not the people I want. The people I want from my company are the people that care. All right, that's kind of my slogan, is like, for the ones who care, because I want people that actually care about their boats. I want people that care about the investment. And because when they care about their boat, then they want the best done to it. They want you to take care of it. They want to take care of their boat. They want to learn the proper products and techniques so that they can take care of their own boat, okay? So these are the type of people that you want to attract into your business. You want to attract the people that are willing to pay the money to keep their boats or cars maintained properly the way that they were designed to do. Anyone else that follows under that spectrum, if you're trying to be the cheap detailer to just get everybody, you're going to have headaches. You're going to have problems. You're going to have people trying to nitpick you. You're going to have people trying to get deals. I don't cut deals. I don't make deals. I do 0 deals. I've talked about my pricing structure in the past as far as like, hey, if you only have $1,000 to spend, I'll give you $1,000 worth of work, but I'll never give you a $2,000 detail for $1,000. I will not do that to myself, and I suggest you do the same for yourself. Hold yourself to a higher standard and don't cheapen your work or cheapen yourself like that. Now, back to branding. So when we're talking about branding, the very first thing you want to do is obviously just, understand who you're actually talking to, who you are marketing to. Now, when it comes to branding, the very first thing people are going to think of is a logo, right? Or colors or websites and that kind of thing. But like we said earlier, guys, branding in and of itself is just your online reputation, okay? When a person is typing online, when a person is looking for a boat detailing company or a car detailing business online, they're not necessarily looking for the guy that's super certified. Believe it or not, okay? They're not looking for the guy that has the coolest freaking photo. They're not looking for the detailing business that has 600 reviews versus the guy that has 10 reviews, okay? What they're looking for is to go, can this company serve my needs? At the end of the day, that is all anyone is actually looking for. They don't give a heck who you are, quite frankly, most of the time, unless you're getting to the point where you have a name for yourself and you're bigger, people will know. But guys, 90% of people will probably forget the name of your company if you don't keep on them. And even if you did a great job, people will forget your name because you are just not on their mind 24/7, okay? So when it comes to the branding aspect of this, we need to know who we want to attract. And then 2, we need to learn how to make people understand that we can do the job that they need. Now, how do you do that without talking to them? Well, that's where your social media, your YouTube, your TikToks, your Facebook come into play. All right. So how does this practically work? When someone looks up your company name, the number one thing that you need to assure them is that you can get the job done properly. That's it. Okay? It's not about being the price. It's not about being the cheapest guy. It's not about being the expensive guy. It's not about ceramic coatings. It's not about buffing and not all of this stuff. At the end of the day, guys, it is simply about how can this company fulfill my needs? Now, that may be I need a cheap detail, and you might not be that company, and that's okay. That's why we want to market in such a way, whereas when the wealthier business owner or the guy that really knows what goes into detailing and they want to pay for quality, I've talked about wanting to attract the Rolex buyers versus the Casio Walmart watch buyers. If you listen to my other podcasts, we want to attract the people that want to pay for quality. We do not want the people that don't care about quality. We want to attract the people with quality. So how can we, on your website and your Facebook and your Instagram and your YouTube, how can you, 1, attract the customers that you want? And then 2, how can you then assure them that you are the right man for the job, whatever that job may be? So let me give you a couple really cool tips and ideas that I think, that I know will 100% help you in scaling your business so that when a customer comes to your website or your Instagram or your TikTok or your YouTube channel, that you can fulfill the need that they have, okay? So practical ways you can do this, all right, is setting up your website in such a way that you freaking over advertise how good you are. That is plainly it, all right? I think one of the best business decisions I've ever made, and I'm still in the process of doing this and, and growing my own business here in Redding, California, because I moved here now 1 year ago now, and I've been in business for about 4 months now, technically. One of the biggest things that I did was getting video testimonial reviews on my website of actual paying customers saying that I did a good job. I had this on my original website. It's drakesmobiledetailing.com. If you go to that original website back when I started it when I was 20 years old, you can still go see those videos where it's just I had my iPhone. I don't even know where it's at. I had my iPhone right here and I literally held it up and I said, hey, say something good about what I did. It's super awkward, guys. It's extremely awkward. But I remember the customers, I had a few people say no because they didn't want to be on camera. And it's cool. Just say, hey, no big deal. But just, at the end of the job, when the customer goes, oh my God, my boat looks freaking amazing. Oh my God, it looks good. Just like, hey, would you mind real quick if I just got my camera out and you just said that real quick in like 20 seconds? Just be like, hey, Drake came out, or whatever your name is, your detailing business came out. They did a phenomenal job. My boat was super oxidized and now it looks amazing and I'm super happy. If you can get that on camera, and it, like I said, at 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and you get, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40 of those videos, guys. Anytime someone comes to your website and they see other people in their area, maybe even people that they know, school teachers, lawyers, doctors, in your area saying that you did a phenomenal job on their boat, it is going to instill trust into that customer. And that is a 100% way of how you can assure them that you can get the job done. Now, if you go back and watch these little 30-second, videos that I've done, I basically started off with them talking and I go, hey, say something really great, that we did. And they'll go, hey, my boat looks amazing. They came out, they did a phenomenal job. And then what I did was I did like a 30-second video of before and afters. That was basically it. So you get a testimonial, 30-second testimonial from the customer, and then you get like some before shots and after shots, and then before and after, before and after, before and after, just so the customer or whoever's watching it can see. And the entire video is roughly 1 minute long, maybe, if that. You really don't want to go over 1 minute long because no one's really going to watch an over 1 minute long video about, a review. So that is just an extremely practical, just one way of doing it. Now, what that's going to do is going to ensure your customers that if their boat is oxidized like this guy's was, and you did a great job on his boat, you will then do a great job on their boat. That is an easy way that you can just simply tell people, I am the right guy for the job. Now, obviously, there's other ways you can do this. You can not film the customer saying anything. I would highly, highly recommend you do that. But if you can't get the customer on film, do your 30-second films. Do the before and after shots. Get a couple shots of you actually buffing. Throw your cell phone to one of your helpers, or maybe if you're detailing, if you're the owner and you have your helper buffing out a boat, go get a couple shots of them. Do the videos. And then what I would do, guys, is if you have any packages on your website or on your Facebook or on your social media, and you have like, 1, 2, or 3 packages, which I recommend if you go and watch any of our stuff or if you take our online courses, how we recommend you keep it very, very simple. You have a wash package, a wash and wax package, and then an oxidation removal package. Now, anytime someone comes on your website or your social media or your Facebook, and they see you have 3 different packages, what I would recommend you guys do, and I'm still working on this myself, what I would recommend you guys do is say the customer clicks more info on your wash and wax package. They click more info. When you would then have like another page pop up, and on that page, you're going to have videos and pictures and reviews of you doing that detail. All right. Now, the way that I have structured my branding is not all through my website. I've actually done it through multiple different forms. So I have my Instagram, I have my Facebook, I have my website, and my biggest form of advertising and social proof is my YouTube channel. And guys, YouTube channel is it's not just, and this podcast, quite frankly, it's not that you absolutely have to go start a YouTube channel to be successful in detailing or anything like that. All the YouTube channel does is when a customer approaches me and goes, hey man, I have an oxidized boat. Can you do it? I go, yes, I can. In fact, I have about 65 videos on YouTube of me doing the exact thing you want me to do. So here's my proof that I can do what I'm telling you to do. Okay. It's going to take time, guys, to build your marketing, to build your branding, to build these platforms. And, I can hear it right now. Okay. You go, Drake, that's great. That's awesome, dude. But I don't even know how to start a boat detailing, or like, I don't even know how to detail a boat. I haven't even done my first boat. Well, great, dude. There's one way there's one way to learn. There's one way to build, and that's simply by just starting, by just doing it. Okay, so let me help you out. If you're on your first ever detail, what do? Well, guess what? The second you get to the job, you pull your little phone out right here, and you're going to go and you're going to take about 7 to 10 before shots. All right, get a couple of the outside, get a couple of the inside, get a couple close-ups. So if there's like a seat cushion or maybe a compartment that's really dirty or the side of the boat that's really oxidized, take your phone out, get some really nice, cool shots of that. Then you're going to detail the boat. Go out, detail it, book it, whatever. I mean, you charge $400 or $500. I don't care. Whatever you charge to do it. I have a whole segment on pricing and stuff. If you don't know our pricing structure, you could take our online courses, or you can go back and listen to other podcast episodes if you don't know how to price. But say you price it, say you book it, you're going to take your before afters or your before videos and photos. If you want to do photos, I prefer video over photo, but either one will work. Do your befores, detail the boat, make the freaking boat look amazing, let it scream. Take your after photos, take a bunch of after photos, do the exact, here's the biggest key, guys, to your before and after videos. Always do the exact same shot, same angle, same lighting as you possibly can that you did on the before photo. Because when you're going to mix it together, or like say if you splice the app on your phone, which is a nice app that I like to use when I'm making reels and stuff on my cell phone, or you could use iMovie or Final Cut or any editing software on a laptop or a computer. When you edit them together, you really want those shots to be the same exact angle, so you're not confusing people. So if you show a seat cushion, you want to show the before of the seat cushion, and then you want to show the after of the seat cushion in the exact same angle or same shot, so that people go, oh, dang, that's the same seat, or oh, wow, that's the same back of the boat that was super faded and now it's super glossy. People can get the point, So I know that's basic common sense, but a lot of people don't realize that when it comes to, videos and stuff. You want to get the exact same shot. So back to the branding. If you then begin to build from day one, guys, from absolute day one, do not wait a single day to do this, because here's the thing. Half of your competition is not going to do this at all. Half of your competition is not going to break out a camera. Half of your competition, half of the detailers in your area are not going to do the extra work that's required to be successful. If you don't want to be successful, then don't do any of this. If you don't want to grow anymore, if you don't want to make more money, if you don't want to, have a better life, quite frankly, then don't do any of this. Just keep on doing what you're doing. But if you want to take your business to the next level, and you want to up your marketing game, and you want to up your branding, and you want to up the amount of volume you have coming to you, you have to let people know that you can do the job, even if you're brand new, green, day one. So on your first detail, get those before and after shots. If you can get the customer saying something great, if not, no big deal. I know it's kind of, you're already nervous. It's your first boat and all this stuff. You don't want to go, filming people. I get it. At least get your before shots and get your after shots. Put it together on a video. Guys, it's going to probably be bad at first, okay? Anytime you're starting this branding thing, your videos are going to suck. My videos back, 9 years ago, 8 years ago when I first started this, because I started making little promo videos probably in my first or second year in business. It was 6 years into detailing or 7 years into detailing before I even got on YouTube. Okay, so I had a lot of practice with this stuff. One of the things that you really want to make sure that you're doing when you're first starting out is getting those before and after shots. But like I said, guys, because you don't have a lot of reviews, you don't have a lot of customers to do the word of mouth. So in those first couple months, every single job that you book is a marketing opportunity for you, and you must capitalize on that. All right. And I'm finding myself in that exact same situation, guys, because I moved here to Northern California and Redding, California 1 year ago. I've been in business, I think, about 4 months now. And no one here knows me. No one really cares that I'm some YouTube person that's detailed boats and teach people all around the world. People don't care, quite frankly. But when they go to my detailing business and they see, oh, he's on YouTube. Oh, he's got 80 videos. Oh, wow, here's a video of him buffing out oxidation. Oh, here's a video of him just doing a wash and wax. Oh, here's a video of him applying a ceramic coating. Oh, here's a video of him cleaning the carpets. It's all social proof. Okay, so the more that you can build your social proof in your branding, the easier it is to convince people that you are the right person for the job. I hope this makes sense, guys. I'm trying to make this as absolute, as simple as possible, because a lot of the times when we get stuck on branding, especially in the new detailing businesses or what, anytime you're on branding, we all get fixated on the logos and the colors, and I got to have nice t-shirts. And guys, all of that stuff is a part of it. But the biggest crucial thing that you can do in your branding is to simply let people know that you can do the job that they need, that they are looking for. Okay, I've said it 1,000 times. I don't need to keep saying it again. Let it burn into your brain. Convince people, or not even convince. That's not the right word. It's showing the world, showing people that, hey, I know what I'm doing. I can take a boat that looks like this and I can turn it into this. And if I've done it for this customer, I can do it for you. And if you can let people know that, and if you are better at telling the story and communicating that to people, you will be more successful in your boat detailing business. It has happened to me time and time again. Guys, videos, social media, branding has literally changed my life. I now teach people all over the world, literally in countries I've never even heard of, watching these podcasts and listening to my YouTube channel and taking my online courses all over the world, all because I started making videos. Okay, so I'm letting you guys in on this really simple, easy secret. And I think the number one frustrating thing for me is, I've had detailing companies in the past, dude. I've had friends, I've had people, and they all go, Drake, like, I want to grow. And I go, okay, you want to grow? Yeah, I want to grow. All right, cool. Buy a camera and start making YouTube videos. And they're like, oh man, but that's a lot of work, dude. Like, I don't have time. Well, guess what, dude? I don't have time. No one else has time. You have to make time, okay? The other side of this branding thing, guys, is that it's going to require practically every freaking waking moment that you have. All right. I rest with my family. I have 4 children now. Like, I have a lot going on, man. But these videos and spending the time in creating the YouTube channel, creating the Instagram, creating the TikTok, whatever platform you want, guys, it literally does not matter. It's just a simple fact of, can I get the job done when someone wants it? Okay. This goes for every culture. I don't care if you're in other countries, in Canada, in countries I've never even heard of, off the coast of Greece that you guys write me from, Europe. I don't care who you are, where you are. The question behind every single consumer's mind is, can this company do what I need? That is it. Okay, so when it comes to your Instagram, when it comes to your TikTok, when it comes to your YouTube, when it comes to your website, you always want to structure them in a way where you can easily communicate and effectively and very quickly communicate the fact that you are the right person for the job. Whatever that may be, if it's buffing and waxing, if that's ceramic coatings, if that's doing basic in and outs on pontoon boats because you're in some podunk town where they don't have a lot of wakeboard boats, that's fine, guys. Whatever your job is, whatever your clientele is, and whatever your, like we said in the beginning of the podcast, whoever your vision is for your perfect customer, that is the people that you want to communicate to through your videos and marketing techniques. Okay. Whether that's going to be on Facebook marketing, whether that's Google marketing, whether that's just your website, your TikTok, your Instagram, your YouTube channel, whatever it may be, always communicate that you are the right man for the job. Plain and simple. Well, guys, I hope that kind of made it a little easier for you guys as far as branding and like as far as setting up your social medias. Now, on a practical sense of that, guys, the easiest possible way for you guys to create the videos and to get the messaging out there that I am the guy for the job is by simply documenting what you're doing. even if it's day one, even if you are day one on a boat,